Hello and welcome to yet another amazing episode. My name is Jacinta Wangeshi, and if this is your first time here, karibu sana, welcome. Please subscribe, like this video and share it with any woman who you think will be glad to listen to this. So what am I going to talk about today? The dating mistakes that you've been making and how you can actually fix them. So welcome. So, what are some of these mistakes that you have been making? I know you've been wondering because I have heard this is a huge topic, and I do this content based on the questions that have been asked to me repeatedly. So, if you see me doing a video here, just know that these are questions that I've had from more than one or two people. And I do know that my ladies are struggling out here in the dating scene, on the dating app. So what are some of these mistakes that you have been making? Number one, being too desperate. I have said it. I know somebody somewhere is thinking, what? She just did not say it. Yes, I said it. You're being too desperate. You're putting up with anything and everything out there. You do not know what you're looking for. And then you end up asking, so where are all the high value men? Why can't I find any good man? See, they are there. Just stop being desperate. Stop putting up with people who do not align with you. Yes, I'm saying it as it is because I know that this is what you need to hear. I need to hear about it as well. Okay, not in the way that I'm saying it, but I heard it just in a different language, but I'm going to say it in this way. When you're desperate, it means that you overlook so many things. You overlook maybe when somebody has been inconsistent, they're just texting you randomly. They text you today, they might text you again after 3-4 days, hey, or all they're texting is hi, good morning, have a good day. In the evening, they're telling you good night. Are you in a relationship or what really is going on? And so when you cling on to this, because you simply do not want to be alone, you overlook so much and you end up feeling wasted and bitter. And for truth, you're wasting your time. So please stop being desperate, and you're going to start attracting high quality people. And you're going to start being able to recognize all these other amazing people who are out there. Another mistake that you're making is you're operating from a point of fear. When you come into the dating scene from a point of fear, what are you fearing? You fear rejection. And when you fear rejection, then you become desperate. That's why I started with desperate. When you fear rejection, you end up being desperate. You do not want to be let down. You do not want to hear somebody say no. So you accommodate so much nonsense. Yes, nonsense from people. And I know you might be thinking today, Jacinta, you're dishing it as it is. Yes, I am, because I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I have spoken to so many women, and I can see how this is becoming a big issue. We are being too accommodating. We are ending up sending money to men in research or in time, thinking that they're going to stay with us, but in the long run, they disappear from you. So, my friend, for you first of all need to stop being too desperate. Two, you need to find a way for you to stop having this big fear. The fear of the rejection, how can you face it? It's gonna come to my third point. What is this? You need to recognize your worth. All these things are building to somewhere, and you will find out where. So, when you do not recognize your worth or your value, and I know this, how do I know this? I know this because most of the clients that I deal with in the aligned love method, I know you're asking, Jacinta, what is aligned love method? The aligned love method is a program that I curated for high achieving women who are struggling with toxic relationships or repeating the same patterns of dating toxic or unhealthy men or low quality men, and are wondering, Just like you're wondering if you've gotten to this part of the video, like, how can I attract a high value man? Where are all these high value men? Well, in the Aligned Love program, we help you to uncover things that are stopping you, first of all, from getting to know and understand your value. Because this is the game changer. You know your value, everything automatically, like you do not even need to look for these people. You become a magnet. You start attracting them, attracting these people. My friend, you want to be in a relationship that you're gonna get a partner who's willing to grow with you, who supports you, who doesn't think that you're too much. Yeah. And you're not for everyone. So this is why you're wondering, what are all these good people? Because you're looking on the other side, on the wrong side, or you're simply looking for something that you do not even know how it looks like. Imagine looking for something with a blindfold on your face. How are you going to know where or what you're even looking for? Yeah. So this program helps you as a high achiever like myself. I consider myself a high achieving woman. I have dreams, I have aspiration. I am acing in other areas of my life. That is how I ended up looking for a relationship with a person who was also going to help me and support me, not somebody who's going to be pulling me back. Because sometimes if you do not recognize your worth or your value, my friend, you're going to end up just jumping to another relationship. One, because you're too desperate. Two, because of all these things that I'm talking about. You have this fear of the rejection. You do not even recognize your worth. And then when you're already in this, when somebody's telling you, stop doing what you're doing, I like a woman who is supposed to be at home. But is that what you really want? Yeah. I have met women who are acing it in the boardroom. They're doing well. Even if they're not that financially or that rich, at least they know if they navigate this, I can get my finances in order. But then, because the relationship aspect is not working, you have resorted to saying, let me just make the money. Let me just take care of the money. This part is failing. Maybe I'm just not meant for happy relationships. Who said those words? Who told you that? Every woman deserves a happy, fulfilling relationship. That is what the program is all about. And I know you're wondering, how can I join this? How can I get to be in a relationship coaching that is not just your average relationship coaching? It is a relationship coaching that is for the high achieving woman who wants to connect, who is hoping to attract. You do not go looking for them. They will come finding you because you'll be like a magnet to your high value man. And that is what the program is all about. Anyway, back to the self-worth aspect. Why is it huge? It's very huge because you will be able to actually recognize, and not just recognize, but that is how you will be able to set a pace. Remember, you only attract who you are. So if you have been attracting low value men, if the people that you have been getting are these people on let me say the gushers. Yeah, I said today I'm not joking, by the way. This is usually how the program is. I tell it straight as it is, because honestly, sometimes we just need to hear the truth. Yeah. If you have been wondering, what are these healthy men, what are these good men? Probably it's because you are at that very same level. You're just able to attract the people who are not willing to have faced themselves, looked at themselves in the mirror, and done the work on themselves. And that is why your level or your value is based not so much on who you are on the outside, not on you as a CEO, not as you being heading boards and actually acing it in business and all that, but by the people that you keep around you. Let me just repeat that. I get to know you and the kind of value that you have depending on the relationships that you have. Yeah? Who are you in a relationship with? How do they talk to you? How do they treat you? That is how you see yourself. So if you want somebody who's going to queen you, who's going to love you unconditionally, who's going to support you in a relationship where you do not have to belittle yourself or shrink yourself just to be seen, you need to up your level. You need to up your game. You need to get your self-worth and your self-value in a place where you're going to get exactly that. Yeah, that is a huge one, I know. Another thing is that you're dating based on chemistry alone. Don't we all love this? Don't we all love a person who can give us butterflies? A person who tells us how, what are we? What do they say? That you, like they just adore or worship the ground that you walk on. And then when you're doing all this, you forget that there's more to the relationship than just chemistry alone. And sometimes, especially when you're dating from a point of from some wounds that you still have to heal or things that you need to work on, this chemistry can look like love bombing. It can look like a high and a low, but you're just there. And in this chemistry, let me just say it as it is, there's something called sexual chemistry. What is sexual chemistry? Sexual chemistry is the attraction that you might be feeling with this person simply because you're sexually attracted to them. Let me tell you, it is not enough that you have a sexual chemistry with someone. You need more than that to actually base it on a relationship. Why? Because you can get sexual chemistry with just about anyone out there. It can even be with a bunch of people. It depends. One, like when was the last time you even had a partner? Or two, what is it that you're attracted to? It could be maybe because this person is well built and is taking care of themselves, but is that enough to base a relationship on? So please, please, please avoid this, because I see so many women get into this trap whereby they're ending up in relationship based on chemistry alone. Chemistry is not enough to build. It's not the foundation of a relationship. There's more, there's compatibility. And I will do, the next video that I do will be on what's important, because these are not important things. The way a person looks, the way they smell, the way they dress, the way they make you feel just in the minutes is not enough to build a relationship. It's enough for the moment, but are you looking for a short-term fling, or are you looking for a relationship or a long-term commitment? Yeah, ask yourself these things. Yeah. Finally, the elephant in the room, your mindset. Your mindset. Are you operating from a space of scarcity, or are you operating from a space of abundance? Are you the people who go to dating apps, but then you think, no, there are no good people out there? You are always seeing the glass as what they call it, half full or half empty. Are you the one looking at it on the half empty kind of space? Why do I say that? Because when it is on the half empty, you're operating from scarcity. And when you're operating from scarcity, that means that you're only looking at what is not there. So how will you be able to spot what is there? Because it will always be there. I'm telling you, I have friends. I have so many wonderful people out here who can attest to this. They are good people. Yeah. And in these good people, you just need to have stepped in that space of abundance. And it just doesn't apply in relationships. It is even about your life. Wealth. If you're able to spot opportunities, if you're able to spot, it's fine, I do not have the money now, but it's coming, it will eventually show up. So it's a mindset, just like it's an energy. And you might be thinking, oh, but I'm not the spiritual type. This has got nothing to do with spirituality. Let me tell you, I'll just give you a scenario where we look at things like when somebody walks into a room and eventually they strike you and you want to get to know them, you want to be associated with them. The same way, somebody can just show up, you've never met them, you do not know them, you've not even had a conversation with them, but then they show up and you do not like them. I know you have said at some instance there that I do not know what it is about this person, but I just do not like their vibe. What is this vibe? This vibe is a vibration. It's an energy that this person eludes about them. So if you are showing up thinking like in the mindset of scarcity, it means that you're showing up thinking, I have to hold on to this, what is available right now. And in that sense, you turn out to be desperate. You turn out to be this person who is not even able to have the tough conversations, because you do not know if you let go of this person whether you'll ever find somebody else that is better. Yeah, it is worth, or it is good to know that there are a bunch of people out there. Simply because you don't find one person, or you find one person but then they're not the ones for you, it doesn't mean that that will be your life forever. Your person is out there somewhere. You just have to work on getting to that point where you can be able to attract them. Because as long as you're not seeing them, or you're attracting nothing less, or just something that is not what you're looking for, it means that you're still here, and the person that you're looking for is here. It's good that you identify that these people are not good for you. It's good that you are willing to identify that there's something that can be done, and I have given you a solution. What's the solution? The Aligned Love Program. That's a program that I use to lead other women who are looking for healthy relationships, and not just any relationships, because this is not your average relationship coaching. It's a relationship coaching for high executive women, or high achieving women, high value women. Or how do you become a high value woman? It's by embracing your worth. Only by embracing your worth, only by working on yourself, will you be able to get to that point. I usually say, think of it as this way. You own a Range Rover. Do you think, I do not know where you're watching me from, but I'm talking about some cars in Kenya, a Range Rover, but a Range Rover is all over. You do not expect somebody else who is driving or riding a bicycle, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing to ride a bicycle, but you don't expect a person who owns a bicycle to be able to tell you, hey, I promise to give you the world, I promise to give you this and this. Do you? So, if you have put your value up here, you're driving a Range Rover, expecting somebody with a chopper to approach you is very relevant. It's very doable. But when you're still riding a bicycle, expecting that somebody with a chopper up there will really want to associate with you, honestly, the chances are very slim. Yeah. So let's get you into that space where you can own a Range Rover by positioning yourself, by equipping yourself with all the tools and knowledge that you need to actually own a relationship Range Rover. How does that sound? So anyway, if you like what you have heard today, I'm hoping that these 4 or 5 things that I've spoken about in today are going to be able to identify you. I can at least identify 1 or 2 that you've been not acing. You ace this, and then you can just sit back and be able to attract this person. And if you would like help, please reach out to me. I'm going to include my calendar link on the description. Click on it and get to schedule a one-on-one call. I would love to hear from you. Even if you just want to say hi to me. I would love to hear from you. And you can also say hi to me through my DMs on all my other social medias. I know they are being displayed down here somewhere, as well as you can leave me a DM. Tell me what you think. What can I help you with? I like the questions, like I've said. If you see me addressing or doing a video here, most of the time, these are comments or DMs that I have received. And I would love to hear from you. And especially where you're struggling in, let me know. If when you ask about it, not only does it help a bunch of other women, but you also get to have the answer that maybe you're just thinking about it. Bring it out. Let's deal with it together. So until my next video, bye-bye.